Well, hello people. I wanted to make a video from a more coherent, thoughtful mind. I made the video the day after. I was very upset, wasn't coping very well, a lot of pain in my soul. I still feel pretty broken up over everything, and now I'm just trying to process not just the event, but everything in totality, right? Like I got people messaging me all kinds of nonsense. I know what I said. Oh, I'd fight Rampage if it got Stu's medical bills paid for, and I would. I'd get my ass fucking handed to me. But I would. Wouldn't be the greatest thing for my health either. Let's be real. Just so many things. The fact that people are sending death threats to lots of parties involved. I'm getting threats of violence, all kinds of stuff. But it's not okay to send death threats over to Rampage either, or even Raja. Like, just in perspective, he's 25 years old. He did a terrible thing. But I wasn't the greatest 20-something-year-old. And I've done a lot of stupid things. Nothing to that extent, but like, that's a volatile age. And for somebody to be gassed up and hyped up, not only by streamers, but by somebody that's a friend. And yes, I'm still mad that worker, I don't even want to give the guy any more praise. I don't want to mention his name, he's an idiot. But you brought this 25-year-old to an event, and then you're getting him backstage, you're walking him up to people. The beer can thing happens, which I don't agree with. Stu apologizes, asked if you're going to sell it. That's when you know he really sincerely thought it was a work. He asked, are you going to sell it? Like, I would be upset too. You don't know the situation. AJ's not explaining anything. Oh, goddamn, I mentioned it. Well, there it is. He doesn't explain anything. He's sitting there just, instead of trying to find a way to calm Raja down, he's not a worker, he's not this, he's not that, then they're walking away. Like, you have a moment to be a good mentor and a friend to somebody, and if you know he had a concussion, you know his mind's not in the right place, the last thing you need to do is up the energy and intensity of what he's feeling inside. He's got to be boiling. So, like, that to me in itself is crazy. As an older person with, as a mentor, if you're a friend, your job is to not lead them into getting themselves in trouble. Your job is to protect them from getting in trouble. Just why I'm so broken up, because of the kids at the event, the messages I received from parents, and even hearing about the little girl that we have the wrestling group with. Our job's to protect them from seeing these things, and we're supposed to protect them from making bad choices or making the same mistakes we made. That's your job as an adult. So I'm reflecting on the whole situation, and I think the anger is still out there. I'm still very angry, still upset. Can't really watch the video. I see it everywhere, and it hurts my heart. But if anything, I want to raise more money for Stu. He's recovering. He's made some jokes. He still has no recollection of the event. I really want to find a silver lining in all of this, and I think it's completely like, I think what's happening is this over sensationalized push of, you know, one side being bad and one side being good, you know. And yeah, someone did an atrocious act, but like, let's try to level out how we got there. I know like that's not the outcome anyone should ever do, but like there was a lot of moving pieces that got involved in that, and I think taking a step back and looking at that, it's just time to have better conversations, because at the end of the day, all we could really do from here, instead of spewing more hate, is looking at this as a moment, you know, like where you're being amped up by your friends to do stuff to get you in trouble. It's almost like when you're in high school and you got a bunch of kids that want you to fight another kid, and everyone's pushing the scenario, and you get all this pressure, and then it happens, and afterwards you're like, why the hell did I do that? You know? Right. I think it's time to start talking about like responsibilities of people as friends, and time to start talking about the roles we play in other people's lives, and you know, and who we have around us. You can't have people that aren't positive and care about your well-being around you. You don't want people that are playing games, that are trying to get clout or excitement. Like in Raja's case, I heard, oh, we could get your dad involved now. Like, heard that in the video, and I'm like, that's the main objective here, is just to get clout? I don't know. I'm just trying to think through this. You know, like I said, I'm done throwing anger out into the world. I'm still angry. I'm not really going to be able to move on from this because it's haunting. You know, it just replays in my head all the time. And I'm thinking about all the people affected by it. I don't know. If anyone has a comment on or just trying to find a way to like process through this information that helps stir up better conversations, because you know, people have turned this into a race thing or this or that, and I think that's low and stupid. The world needs a lot more love than chaos right now, and this whole situation has been nothing but chaos. So with that said, I just wanted to put this video out with my calmer collective thoughts. My thoughts all day are with Stu and the families that were there. You know, I'm even upset at myself for losing my temper. I can say it's justified, but you know, it's not my having an excuse to lose your tempers. And I don't know. I'm having a hard time with this one. I just want a way to find a silver lining, you know, like somewhere for both parties too. You know, Stu's not an evil person. He's not vindictive. I can't speak on his behalf and how he's feeling, or his wife's, or his family's, because that's their place. This is just me. Anyways, I just wanted to put some better thoughts out there than just a video of me being angry. So thank you to everybody that's shown me so much love and support. Thank you for everything that Max Pro's done for me. I'm moving on from there. Personally, I love Rikishi more than, you know, any coach I've really ever had. He's always been brutally honest with me. If things were to change, and get better, I would love to come back. Yeah, like I said, this isn't going to be an exciting video. I'm not going to edit it. It's just me talking about how I feel. Anyways, yeah, that's really all I got. So thank you, everybody. And you know, as far as like Rampage and everybody hating on him, you know, put yourself in a father's position too. That's what. Actually, I'm going to bring that up before I stop. Put yourself in a father's position. If that was my kid, I'd go to war for him. Right or wrong? Right or fucking wrong? If it's my child or my family, you know, I'm like, I may be upset at them. I will never condone their bad behavior, but like, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that they're going to be the most okay they could possibly be. So, I don't know. Like, try to put yourself in people's positions. You know, not everything is so easy to just point at. You know, there's like layers to everything that we got to peel back. You know, I'm not saying that Roger doesn't deserve a punishment, but I think some mental health evaluations, therapy should be mandatory with any punishment that he gets, because you could see it even in his videos when he's walking away. He's got a lot bottled up in there, you know. I don't know, I'm just so thrown with this. And I know Stu's gonna make a decent recovery, but you know, you never know with injuries that he has. Once people have a breathing tooth put in, it's typically not too well. I know that. So yeah, I wish you could make these things, you know, copacetic, but there's a good way to handle them. But yeah, I don't know how to handle any of this. I just want to find a way to make something positive out of one of the worst situations I've ever seen. So anyways, love everybody. Thank you all. Yeah.